So one of my major passions is music, and I wanted to do a Zenith project that could incorporate that in some way or tie into my projects as a musician. And I had a song that I had written and produced, and I was gonna put out, and so I thought, why not um, use this opportunity for Zenith to take a hold of the branding and the design behind pushing out a song, and that meant promotional artwork, um, promotional videos, um, stuff like that. Um, and then I also wanted to do something like a website or some merch just to get a concept of what um, things like that could be in the future. So I started with just a couple concept videos. Here's one of me dancing, and I put the song over it, and it looked like a really cool visual. And then I put some words in there. Um, I think I found a random font generator and took screenshots of all the words and just pasted them in there, repeating. And I did that in After Effects actually, and that kind of served as a concept for what the rollout would be. So from there, I thought that's the concept. Let me work on it further, and I printed out the words. I made a whole document for the words, and I printed them out and cut them up individually, and then scanned them all. And then with Photoshop, I kind of just laid them out and made them look a little better. So I scanned two versions. I scanned one with the black background and one with the regular. Eventually, I got to this, which was my final promotional art. It's a picture of me like throwing a sweater at the camera, and then the words laid over it. I thought it was a cool contrast between them. And the actually scanning the words as opposed to screenshotting them provided a nice texture. Shout out to Catherine as well for helping me shoot this. She was my camera woman for most of it. We actually went out on a photo shoot to take these pictures, and they ended up being used for the majority of my campaign, you could say. Yeah, so we took some videos too, and those videos turned into these two. One of them I used for my website, which is this one right here, and then the other one is a promotional piece that I put on Instagram and wherever else. So yeah, after that, I had gotten all that done, and I was ready to keep going, and then Corona hit, and so it kind of ruined my momentum, and I couldn't really. I was planning on doing another like release rollout with designs, so making another song. I had a couple songs lined up, and I was gonna do the same thing where I went out and shot some videos and came up with a concept for the release and a way to tie that into the brand that I was developing. But that didn't really happen, so I kind of just took the easy route from there on, and I did a couple things. One of them was this piece of merch that, to be honest, I'm not too happy with, but it's something. So I just put my logo, or a piece that I'd taken from the words that I had scanned, which is my name, and then I put that on a shirt and did some stuff in Photoshop to make sure the overlays were right. And then on the back of the shirt, I put an image of me with some parts cut out, so it looked like I was fading out. I thought that was a cool little visual. Again, if I had more time, or if I cared about it more honestly, I probably would have done more with it, because I'm not happy with this result. But it's a good indicator of where I am as a clothing designer, I guess. And then I also did over a weekend, like I learned to code, or I learned to code further, and then I built this website from scratch. I have these links that work to they go to my Instagram and SoundCloud, and then I've got some songs that I've made embedded in there, as well as a visual, just to keep it interesting. Again, this is very basic, and I could expand the concept further. and design maybe different pages or something to go on, like to overlay above the video part. But I think it was a good effort as a first attempt at coding a website from scratch. So yeah. So overall, I think I learned a lot in this project, especially, you know, coming from my perspective as a musician, being able to kind of flip the viewpoint and come at it from a designer and a brand developer is definitely an interesting and different point of view, and it helped me a lot, I think, in realizing what people want to see, and almost from like a marketing standpoint. um, you know, I gained a lot of knowledge in that sense. Yeah, if I were to do it again, I probably would go ahead and do the second rollout of a song, because that would give me another opportunity to develop more visuals and design more things. I could also potentially do a little bit more like graphic design, because a lot of it was photography and you know, photo editing. Not very much Illustrator stuff going on. There's always the opportunity to expand my knowledge on Illustrator and graphic design. But beyond that, I think it was a good project, and I'm happy with most of the things that I put out. Thank you.